Hey, we are backstage with Tomo, Shannon, and Jared with 30 Seconds to Mars. Welcome back to
Well, thanks for
DFW.
having us. It's great to be here at 102.1 FM The Edge once again. Dallas.
Once again.
Hi.
Dallas.
Your echelon is ravenous for you here. When we announced that you guys were coming, the squee that was heard around the world.
The squee.
The squee.
That's a great word.
Tell me about your fans, because I wanted to make sure to give them a shout out because they're so passionate, and I think that they are amazing. And I wondered if you would talk a little bit about them. Go ahead, Tomo.
I think we agree with you. They are amazing. Our audience is the best audience for music out there. I mean, we've toured with a lot of bands and we've played a lot of festivals and a lot of shows, and I think at this point it's pretty safe to say that we're the lucky ones. You know?
It's the most varied audience I've ever seen for anybody. I mean, we just spoke to about 100 people, and there was probably a 7-year-old girl with what was on her shirt? A
Tomo's girl.
Tomo's girl.
How adorable. Did you get a picture?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, several. And then there was, the 16-year-old guy or maybe he was 17 with his homemade shirt, and then just a great variety of people. It's always amazes me that so many different types of people listen. It's great to see.
Well, I wanted to congratulate you on the new documentary, Artifact. It just came out this week. Shannon, will you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I can talk a little bit about the Artifact. It's been a long time in the making. It took, Tomo, how many years did it make?
I mean, since you started making it in 2008?
2008.
5
So we're
years.
finally showing it to the world. It's very exciting. And
It's the #1 documentary in many countries around the world right now, from Malta.
Oh, shit.
to
I didn't even know
Austria.
that.
From Malta to Austria. Artifact #1.
But it's great that it's on iTunes as well. We did
Yeah.
something really different. It was a
can
global
get it.
release, which is rare, and not many documentaries, if any, have ever had a big global release like this. So a lot of people are seeing it right now, and we're excited for young artists and young creative people to see it because it shows you how this business really can work. And it's exciting.
work.
And not work, yeah. And, it's also the making of This Is War, so you get a kind of a glimpse inside what our world was like during this time.
And is there a story behind the title, Artifact?
I called it that from the very beginning. While we were even shooting, I thought about it as a I kept describing to whoever would come and work on the film that if we were to dig a hole and bury all the important elements of our life and of the story and of the time that this was happening, what would it be? And that's why I called it Artifact.
And there was a line that I wanted to ask Tomo about, something about pencils that ended up getting cut out. What was the line, and why did it end up getting cut out?
Something about
Something
pencils?
you were talking
Oh,
about
if you sold a million fucking
pencils.
pencils.
I don't remember.
Yeah, a million effing pencils. That it was you talking about that if somebody sold a million effing pencils, you at least would make something.
Right.
But
Okay.
no, we sold millions of CDs, but still couldn't manage to make.
Oh,
anything.
I understand. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. I don't know why it got cut out.
Is
Talk
there-
to the director.
Oh, hello, director. Yes. Did it just not work for the film? It seemed like an important comment.
I think the question to answer here is like when you make a film, what do you keep and what do you put on the floor? When you make a documentary, unlike a narrative film, you shoot everything first, then you write your script in the editing room. A normal movie, you write your script first, then you shoot. So it's kind of in complete reverse. But we're glad to be done with it. Glad people are seeing it and really excited about it. It's an award-winning film, and it's out there for the world to embrace or not.
I wanted to ask you, one of the songs on the new record, Northern Lights, you have a really great line in there about you would eat your young, but you do something different with your voice. I'm not quite sure what it was. The first time I heard the song, I thought it was in a foreign language, just that particular line, because you do a tremolo on that. And I was curious if that was by design or if it just came out that way, or if there's a story by why you did that.
I think it just came out that way. It's kind of operatic.
It had kind of like a call to prayer. It was really beautiful, and
it's amazing.
my back went up. It's like, where do I worship? Because that was awesome.
Thanks so much. We were just talking about that song, Northern Lights. It's a really special song, and I hope people get a chance to hear that one. We just started playing it at shows. around the world.
What now? Tell me, you just premiered something. Was it last night? Tell me about Tomo Taco Time.
Cooking with Tomo. Well, we have this platform called Vert that we've done events on, live events, and the very first one was 30 Seconds to Mars, Guinness World Record-breaking performance, and then we've done some other things. And Jared and I were talking and saying, like, we should do a cooking show, because I've gone to school to learn how to cook, and I love cooking. I can teach people how to do it, and we decided to do it through Vert. And we did one about on March 8th of this year, and it was really successful and really fun. And we decided to do it again. This time it was a taco party. I just wanted to teach people how to have a dinner party with their homies.
I wanted to ask you too, not just about the tacos, but you have a phenomenal singer that you worked with.
My friend Ivy.
Oh my God! Oh,
My
that
friend-
acoustic song that you did with her. Wow!
It's a Christmas song that she put together. I was just like, we should sing a song together at the end.
That she is amazing, and I just wanted to give her a shout out because that was
Great.
awesome. And yay tacos! So
One of my dearest friends.
what's coming up for 30 Seconds to Mars in the new year besides Oscar awards, Jared Leto?
For us, we're just touring and touring and touring. We're going to be playing shows to the 21st. And then next year, we start up again at the end of January with shows in Mexico and all over the place, really. So, we'll have a few weeks off and then back on the road.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about your portrayal of Rayon in Dallas Buyers Club. It was a staggering, absolutely devastatingly beautiful performance, and you've already won an award. Did you won something this past week?
He's won a couple of awards.
A couple
hasn't he?
awards. Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm sorry.
Tell me, what has he won? Do you know?
Just
didn't you
won the
once-
New York Film Critics Award.
That's a award.
What was the other one?
I know you've been nominated for Independent Spirit Award.
Yeah, and I won the Hollywood.
Yeah, the
Film.
Hollywood. That's the one I'm
That's
thinking
Making
about.
Progress, right?
Yeah, and
That's
then the
And
one
that
in
other one, yeah.
Marin up
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Mill Valley.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he's won a couple awards
been
there.
nice.
And
Yeah,
this is a
forget-
good track to possibly get the Golden Globe nomination and perhaps an Oscar nomination. It seems like
You guys gonna remember me when I'm famous?
I'm going to put that on a loop and play it before every 30 Seconds to Mars song. You go, remember
Y'all
me
gonna
when I'm
remember me when
famous."
I'm famous.
Can you talk a little bit about what drew you to the role of Rayon?
It was a great script, and I thought it'd be, fun to be involved.
Did you find anything out about yourself portraying her? I read somewhere that wearing high heels had an impact on you.
The interesting thing about the movie was we were finishing our album. It was a really busy time, impossible, but I managed to carve out a little bit of time, and I just remember it being a really productive and creative time, and it just worked out because we were mixing Love, Lust, Faith, and Dreams, and so there was a little bit of a window that we were able to carve out. But, glad I could participate. It's been a big year, we've done a lot of things. The biggest tour of our lives this year. Put out City of Angels short film and Do or Die and Up in the Air, and released a new album and a documentary, and there's more to come as well. It's been a really productive year.
Well, have a beautiful holiday. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of our holiday show. And hopefully we'll see you again in DFW in 2014.
I think you look so good.
Thank
Ho,
you.
ho,
You're so cute.
ho.
The spirit is
I mean, look at the little nose.
I want to steal your hat, Shannon.
the
I'm
nose,
liking
the
this
reindeer.
look too.
Has she broken down in just a sweat and pulled that thing off yet?
No, but that will happen shortly.
You just you just go outside.
Well, thank you so much for stopping
Thanks
by.
for having us,
And
Gnarly.
have a great
you.
holiday.
Thank you.